Ah, the peasants! I'm glad to see you guys made it past Sir Reuben the Chubby and his friends, exclaimed Emperor Dad when he saw them. Are you ready to retrieve your swords and embark on a quest? As ready as we'll ever be, thanks to your lovely ramps, Pancake muttered. Yes, you three do look the slightest bit exhausted. Narrowing his eyes, Emperor Dad questioned. Did you not eat breakfast? You know that is the most important meal of the day. Yes, we know, quickly zipped Steve. Too late for that now, so let's get the swords and head out. Emperor Dad chuckled, his tummy rippling. Yes, young impatient backpack, let's. The sooner the better for the weather and all when destiny falls. The ruler of the Clarks plopped to the floor and began rolling towards the Clarks' exit. Alas, follow me, you three, and I will take you to your swords. Finally, something simple and quick, Pancake uttered. And off our heroic trio went, following Emperor Dad out the tower, through the Clarks' village, and to a corn pasture nearby. Livestock of all sorts grazed the grassy maze. Obese, herbivorous dog-cows barked and brayed, while sly, woolly sheep-cats sunbathed. Flying swine glided from dandelion patch to clovers, and flightless digging ducks hopped and burrowed all over. And amid, and in the middle of the greens grazers, a mossy boulder of notable size sat with a bed of leaves decorating its base and the ground around it. Go to the large stone. That is where you will find your weapons, smiled Emperor Dad. Held snugly in the stone are 2 swords, one for each of you. Years have passed, and alas, no person has been able to pull them out. He paused and burped. I had a mage cast a spell upon the swords, so now only those truly worthy, those with a heart of valor, can pluck the swords from their stony cage. I have no doubt that you two are the hearts of valor to pluck them. Pancake squinted. Where are the swords? I don't see them. Oh, peasant, I mean Pancake. They're there, trust me. The rock is just so big and the hilts so small that they are hard to distinguish from here. Emperor Dad paused, thinking. Or the swords are on the far side. Honestly, I forget. Well, all right, if you say so, the girl sighed as she and her friends began moving towards the boulder. Dodging pile upon pile of livestock dung, the boy, the girl, and the backpack strode towards the swords in the stone. On their way they spoke not a word, but marveled at the baby pup calves wrestling and the lamb kittens tussling. A few chuckles were shared between them as the digging ducks flung dirt into a flying swine's face, and a few laughs were spared for Steve, the blind backpack, who complained about missing the brilliant view. Approaching the boulder, the sword's stony cage, Gertrude and Pancake looked for the weapon spelled by a mage, but to no avail. The sun shined, their stomachs growled, but not a gleam of a sword was found. Rather than weapons, they found just moss, and a lost molting piglet. So with no luck, just as Emperor Dad suggested, our threesome went to the far side of the boulder, searching diligently for their prize. After time aplenty passed, our threesome gave up. The swords were nowhere to be found. Pancake called across the pasture, Emperor Dad, what is up your sleeve this time? A moment passed, but the ruler responded. Nothing as far as I know. The sword should be in there. I checked this morning on my outing. Shivering with frustration, Pancake yelled back. Well, it appears your eyes were deceiving you. Flustered, Pancake turned to Gertrude. Who does he think he is? I've had about enough of his tricks. Does he want us to go on the quest or not? Pan, it is probably another sort of test to see if we are ready or united, soothed Gertrude. Well, I felt perfectly united before we ever decided to do this, zipped Steve. But maybe that is because half the time I'm strapped to your back. Truth, Gertrude smiled. How about we ask Emperor Dad for help finding the swords? Might as well, Pancake sighed. I will call for him. Pancake turned, cupping her hands around her mouth, and readdressed the Emperor. Hey, we can't find the swords. Why don't you roll out here and help us? Without a word, Emperor Dad began rolling towards them, managing to dodge or jump over every dung pile and animal. Arriving quickly and bewildered, Emperor Dad brushed off his robe. None of this makes sense, Emperor Dad said, patting his stomach and rubbing his head in thought. I saw the swords no more than a while ago. They were right there, I swear. See, there are the holes they were in, he muttered, pointing to 2 holes in the stone. Odd. Odd? Really? Questioned Pancake. First you tie up Ginge, second you don't notify your guards that we are coming, next you don't tell your niece, Farisa, who we are, and now this. Okay, maybe those weren't the best decisions. I admitted Dad. But this I don't have anything to do with. I really don't know where the swords could be. Right, the girl jeered. No, really, I don't. Wait. Guys, stop. I see something, Gertrude interrupted, pointing to a glittering object on the ground. There, it's under the leaves. Pancake and Emperor Dad leaned over, eyeing the object as Gertrude dug through the leaves. Leaf by leaf, the boy uncovered the shining sword. The lone shining sword. Emperor Dad, this is brilliant, Gertrude smiled, holding the blade up into the light. Sky blue, the sword's hilt camouflaged with the sky. With a little frown, he continued, But where's the other one? Why is there only one? Pancake glared at the clerk, condemning him with her eyes. I really don't know what happened, Dad sighed. I tell the truth when I say the swords were in the stone only moments before I found you guys. I thought you said a mage cast a spell on them so only those of valor could retrieve them, accused Pancake. I did, years ago. Perhaps the mage was a fraud. I don't know, Dad huffed. If the mage was a fake, then my Clark's failing to pull them out doesn't make sense. I don't know what to think of it, Emperor Dad muttered, shrugging his shoulders. He paused for a moment. Pancake, I have a good bow and arrow you can use instead, if that works. I'm not convinced this wasn't up your sleeve, but all right, Pancake sighed. A bow and arrow will be fine. Disappointed, confused, and curious, our heroic threesome and the ruler of the Clarks traveled back to Clark's Tower, speculating on how the swords in the stone could have been tampered with. Time and time again, different ideas were proposed, but none seemed satisfactory. How could the swords suddenly have come out of the stone? That was the question that lingered. After arriving, Emperor Dad, Empress Mom, and their children, Prince Son and Princess Daughter, treated the 3 to a royal dinner. Roasted lamb kitten chops, scavenger squirrel tails, and ripe juicy moon fruit jumped from the plate into the many starving bellies, and liquid delicacies quenched their thirsts. At the day's end, full and satisfied, Gertrude, Pancake, and Steve slept at the inn once again. The girl snored near her new beloved bow, the backpack rested with all his zippers closed, and the boy dreamt of fighting battles with the sword from nearby the stone. Restless, the 3 slumbered.